guys, Christine here of Side Street Design. Today I am back with another little fall video. I know we're always looking for things around Thanksgiving to put on our tables, and so today's video is inspired by these lovely fall leaves I just received in Happy Mail. I know last year I had made some distressed oxide leaves and people had liked them, but I wasn't doing videos yet. So what I'm going to go ahead and do today is show you how I make some distressed oxide leaves that you can use on your table. I will be using my Cricut to cut out my leaves, but if you don't have a Cricut, you can also check your stencils. You could use a stencil like this and trace it over the paper and fussy cut it out. You could look maybe online, Google just some black and white images of leaves. Print those out as long as they're, not copyrighted. And then you could trace those and cut them out as well if you don't have a Cricut. I am going to try to cut in some scenes showing what I used on my Cricut to trim it out. But to get started first, we gotta do the distressed oxides. And I like using the distressed oxides because I can get the cool mottled colors. And you can probably do them with the distress inks as well. I just don't own any. I've only owned the oxides. And I do have some of the new colors. I have the Festive Berry, the Rusty Hinge, Shabby Shutters, Scattered Straw, and Brushed Corduroy, which are some that came from, these are the new ones, the 5th set up here. So let's see, the first leaf I want to do, and this is Canson Mixed Media Paper, 9x12 sheet. There's a smooth side without much texture, and then there's a rougher side that has texture. I'm going to go with the smoother, like the back side, for my first one. And on this one, I want to go ahead and I want to make it some red and orange. So first off, I'm going to grab some Festive Berries. And I'm excited because I just got these. And this may take a while, so I'm just going to throw on some music and do the two backgrounds and fast forward it pretty quick for you guys so it's not too boring. So here we go. Alright guys, I have my background done. I decided I was going to show 2 pages, but that might make the video kind of long. So this first one will give you an idea of what I do. If I want to do a green one, I would just do the same thing. I'd pick maybe 4 colors and perhaps use some peeled paint, old paper, wild honey, and candied apple to give me more of a green and red one. So for this one, all I did was festive berries, carved pumpkin, scattered straw, aged mahogany, and then I went ahead and used a distress sprayer. I'm going to go ahead and put the microglaze on, and then you guys will be flipped over and you'll see me working on my Cricut screen to go ahead and get these cut out. One little side note guys, when I use the distress microglaze, I have one dabber and blending tool that I keep separate and with this so that I can use it and I don't end up mixing it up. And all I do is just twirl in, and you don't need a lot. And for those who don't know what distress microglaze is, it actually helps to seal because I want to use glitter on this later on. I want to make sure that this is sealed. And you can see it's changing my colors. So you can see the shimmer of the side that has it on it and the side that does not. So once you get it on, you just go ahead and then buffer it off. Alright guys, so what I have here is I have my Cricut mat. What I had to do is it comes with 3 different grips. You have light grip, standard grip, and strong grip. I did a test piece, and with this heavy mixed media paper, it worked best when I used the strong grip. Something like tissue paper, no matter what, I think would be ruined on one of these mats, but this strong grip will really hold the paper well. And I'm going to go ahead and get it fed into my machine, and you guys will see me setting up my screen. Alright guys, so I am in my Cricut and I'm signed into my design space here. So what I'm going to do is I have a new template open, and I'm going to upload because I have already gone and downloaded from the Cricut library a set of free leaves. Pardon all my stencils, I have to find the leaves. I was just using them. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, so this is the free from Cricut images that you can get. And pardon, you hear my camera in the background making noise. That was my camera self-destructing. Okay, so what I do want to do guys is I don't need these little tiny lines. So I'm going to ungroup everything, and I'm going to delete out the dashed lines because I really don't want those. Okay, now I know my paper is 9 by 12. So I'm holding the shift key and I'm clicking on each one and I'm shrinking these so that I know they will fit within my 9 by 12 area. And then I'm just gonna duplicate some of them, shift them, and make the arrangement that I want. Flip. So maybe I can fit another one down here. I really like these ones. Another one here. And I can probably fit another one of these guys. Right in there. Maybe I can make another one of these smaller and put him there. I just want to make sure I use up as much of this paper as I can. I also don't want to get them so close that they're hard to peel off later. Let's get another one of this guy. Make sure he's within the 9 by 12. Maybe we'll tilt him a little. There we go. And I'm just going to keep playing with it until I get it just the way I want. I want to try to get one more of these guys because they're always very pretty. And let's see what else cuts out well. We'll do another one of these guys, little guys, because they can kind of get into all the space. We'll do another one over here. And there I go. Now, if I went ahead and I just hit make it right now, it would take all these leaves and put them in a new random order. So I'm going to go over here to my right. I'm going to start at the top one, left click with my mouse on that, hit my shift key, scroll down, hit the bottom one, and that didn't work. Okay, I'm just going to hit the shift key and make sure I capture all of these guys so I can group them. Actually, this is going to be easier, guys. Just left click and drag and shift. And then I'm going to group them. And I'm going to toggle it off to make sure I got them all. I did. And then the next important part is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to attach them. And see how they're all one color now? This is important because now I can check, like here's my 9 by 12, so I may have to go a little smaller with these guys. There we go. We're going to make it. That's what I want it to look like. It falls within my 9 by 12 area. There's a faint red line here that I want to make sure these guys aren't too close to. There we go. We may get one or two trimmed, cropped just a little bit. So I'm going to hit cancel. I'm just going to go back and I'm just going to make these guys a tiny bit smaller so make sure it fits on that pad. I'm going to click make it again. Make sure those aren't within those lines so nothing's getting chopped off. That looks better. We're going to continue. I'm going to turn on my Cricut. Okay, sorry guys, I was just setting up the other camera to make sure you guys can see. So our material on my Cricut itself, I have it set to custom because I like to be able to choose. I know I'm going to need a paper. I want to look for heavy watercolor paper. I'm going to hit done. I do have my default deep blade in. I want more pressure. I'm going to follow the prompts now and start cutting. Alright guys, so that's how I did it on here, and now we're going to swap over and you will see the Cricut working. So you may have seen I was finishing up the video on the screen and I wasn't paying attention and my paper didn't load right. So we had a little mishap here, but let's go ahead and see how the rest of this did. I have my little my Cricut scrape tool, and all I'm doing is just slowly peeling my background off. Now, something I realized I could have done, and I'd maybe recommend you guys, is to do distressed oxide on both sides of your paper, because if these leaves flip over, they're going to be white on the back. And that was something I didn't think about to start with. But look at that, you could even use this now as a stencil. And I'm definitely going to hold on to it because I love all the colors on it. So here, this is another cool, maybe a background in the page that you can use. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to fast forward this as I work to carefully get these guys off of the page, and I'll be right back with you. Here we go. Check this out. So these are our leaves, and you can see the beautiful detail in those. Now the backs are white, so you can, if you want, leave them like this. These are great for Happy Meal swaps. Look how pretty they are in like a little pile. You can add them to journals, trading cards. Now if I wanted to, I could take my distressed oxides and go and maybe do the edges. But one other option I want to show you guys, because it's fall and we love some shimmer, is that now that you have used the microglaze on these, they are no longer water reactive. And that's something else to think about with using the distressed oxides. If these are going to go on your tables for the holidays, you're going to want to seal them because there are going to be spills and things, and you want to make sure these stay nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick one of these guys, maybe one of these, and we'll go with one of those. And I'm just going to show you one other thing you can do with these. So you can leave them as is, but you know me and you love my shimmer and how I love my shimmer. Let me just turn off my ceiling fan. So of course I can't leave anything plain. I always have to get the glitter in. So what I have is my VersaMarker that has the thin end, so you guys can see that, and it has a thicker end. And I'm going to use the thicker end, even though it's a little fatter, just because I think it stays wetter. And I'm just going to pick this little guy here. And I'm going to pretend like I'm drawing some veins on it. And then I'm going to just go around the edge a little tiny bit. I know you can't see this, but you'll see the magic in a minute. Okay, now real quick, before it dries, I'm going to get it in my little holder here so the glitter doesn't necessarily go everywhere. Okay, moment of truth, guys. See how this worked. Now the Distress Microglaze, because I've not used glitter on it before, I don't think, seems to be holding a little bit of the glitter. And I think I wiped with my finger some of the edge off, but there you go, guys. You can add some veins to your leaves. I'm just going to move my glitter off stage for a minute and get this dried. the pen and go back around this side since I brushed some of it off. But there's a pretty shimmer leaf now to go in your collection. See guys? So let's try that on another one. And maybe I'll use the thinner one on this one. And how about, or I lied, I'm going to use the thicker. And if you don't like the veins, you can just go around the edges. Now, because I have to hold part of this, I'm only going to do one edge at a time, because otherwise the embossing will get wiped off on the other side while you're trying to work on it. So this is just if you want gold around the edges. And if you have like oranges or other colors you want to use, you can do that too. This is just, I love the holidays. I love the glitter. The Distress Oxide does pick up a little bit of it, and I think I actually like that effect more than throwing the veins in there, but to each their own. Let's see how this one goes. And I am using my glass mat so my surface is protected from the heat. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of this. And the paper does get hot, which is why I'm using the scissor to kind of protect my fingers. Just a little bit on that one. I'm going to put some of the glitter back in. There you go. A pretty, two different options. For additional ways you can color your leaves, or you can leave them plain. And another option is, I know I made these smaller because I like to tuck them into vignette boxes, or I like to lay them around with a bunch of pumpkins. If you have a lot of guests coming and you're looking for a unique name tag idea, you could also do these but make the leaf larger and have the leaf be a nameplate, and you can put the person's name in glitter or using any of your embossing tools. So just another idea. So there you go guys, easy way to make some fun fall distress oxide leaves to decorate your holiday tables this year. Thanks so much for watching guys. If you liked the video, remember to give it a thumbs up. When the videos get the thumbs up, it lets YouTube know people are liking it and they're more apt to share it. To stay up to date on all my latest holiday releases coming up, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So thanks for, again guys, thanks for following, and I'll be crafting with y'all again soon.